Today I'm sharing the 7 deadly sins of social media. Let's get into it. We just having fun over here. All right, let's get into the episode. If you're new here, welcome. Here at Savant Media, we're teaching how to create more content in less time so you can get back to what you love. Thanks for subscribing. Let's go. The first social media mistake that you're probably making is selling too early, too often, or too much. Let's face it, nobody, absolutely nobody likes to get sold. Let me tell you, have you ever gotten a phone call that says, we want to talk to you about buying your used car? Yeah, nobody likes getting those calls. It's called, we're gonna block that call. And frankly, I'd say 50% of the phone calls I get are selling me something that I don't want, I don't need, or not relevant. So why does everyone just try to go for the throat and start selling immediately? Just stop it, stop it, stop it. By far, the best thing you can be doing on social media is giving people quick wins, giving people information that's actually relevant to them. So please, just stop selling. Just stop, 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 stop. The formula that I follow is 80% of my content is designed to help someone achieve a goal that they want, and 20% is selling. And when I talk about selling, I'm talking about links to videos, links to podcasts, links to various donation pages, or to my social media management company. So again, follow the 80-20 rule, you'll be all right. The second social media mistake that you're probably making is you're not being clear as to what you do. Let's face it, we do a lot of different things on a daily basis, but if you are not clear on what your content is for, on what you can do for people, it's gonna fall flat. You wanna try to be as crystal clear as possible. You don't wanna be clever. Clarity is king. So as soon as someone lands on your Instagram page or on your LinkedIn page, it should be extremely clear how you can help someone go from point A to point B. And your content, your page, your skill set is not gonna be relevant to everybody. But you wanna make sure that when someone lands on your page, if what you do is meant for them, they know it immediately. So stop being confusing. Stop posting about your dog, your cat, your aunt, your uncle. Focus on this. Create content based on what you want to be known for. I'm gonna repeat that for everyone in the back. I see you back there, I see you. You wanna make content for what you want to be known for. Focus on that and you're gonna be Gucci. The third social media mistake that you're probably making is you're not trying the new thing. Let's face it, things are always changing on social media. One week, TikTok is big. The next week, it's all about Clubhouse. And we don't know what the next big social media platform is going to be. You have to be trying new things. I think the biggest mistake that social media creators and business owners are making is they're taking a course from someone that they perceive as wildly successful, and they get taught how to do something that was really popular a year ago, okay? It's not gonna work today. I don't know what to tell you. You need to be trying new things. I actually had Pat Flynn on my show recently. You can actually listen to the entire episode here. And one of the things I was really interested in is, Pat, you've been relevant for the past 10 years plus. How do you stay relevant? It all comes to trying new things. And one of the things I loved about Pat's answer was he spends, again, the 80-20 rule. He spends about 80% of his time doing things that he knows works or that he's done in the past. He spends 20% of his time trying the new thing, trying new stuff, whether that's spending time on Clubhouse and collaborating, whether that's performing short form vertical video, whatever it is. Maybe you're playing with new stories or YouTube shorts, whatever it is, you need to find ways to focus on the new thing. What's new, what's hot, keep trying new things, and my friend, you're gonna be successful. Don't keep doing the same old thing. Bro, that's the definition of insanity. And I don't think you're insane because you're here and you're looking to grow. You're not insane, so stop doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Try something new today. You know, and quite frankly, that's what this channel is designed for. I'm gonna keep trying the new stuff and I'm gonna share it with you so you can create better content in less time so you can get back to what you love. And let's face it, that's what we wanna do. The fourth social media mistake that you may be making is buying followers. Holy cow, I can't talk about this enough. Buying followers is a huge mistake, okay? So when it comes to using social media, most of the time we're looking for a result, whether that's more money, more influence, we wanna build our personal brand, we wanna get a great job. That's generally what we're trying to do. We don't care so much about having a bunch of robots follow us. So this is a huge mistake, especially that new people on social media make. okay? They're gonna hire a marketing team that can promise 10,000 Instagram followers within the first month. My friend, they are not real, they don't care about you, they're not interested in what you're doing. There's been a handful of times I'm either working with a new client or I'm reviewing a friend's social media platform and they're getting like 1,000 likes on an Instagram post one day, and then the next day it drops down to 10 likes on the Instagram post. And that's because it's unsustainable. You cannot continue to pay for followers. It's just not gonna work, okay? The other problem with buying followers is it soaks up the attention from the people that actually matter, right? So one of the ways that social media platforms pump out your content is by measuring engagement. How many people are liking your post? How many people are commenting on your post? How many words are they putting in your post? And if you've got a bunch of robots following you so you can look like you've got a lot of followers, what's gonna happen is Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or TikTok, all these channels, they're gonna show your content to that follower, to that robot. And if that person or robot is not liking or commenting, it's gonna say, this content isn't that great. And it's gonna continue to drop down your reach. Now, if you have real followers, people that are legitimately interested in the value that you bring, and they're liking, and they're commenting, and they're DMing you about what they think about it, Instagram or this social platform is gonna say, this is great. I'm gonna continue to show this to more and more people. So don't buy followers. What you want to reach for, what you want is to build your tribe. You want to bring in people that are actually legitimately interested in what you're doing. So don't buy followers. It is number 4 on my list of 7 deadly social media mistakes. Number 5 on my list of social media mistakes that you are probably making is not responding to comments. Let's face it, if someone has the time to watch your content, to listen to your content, and leave a comment below, what are you doing? You gotta show them some love. You gotta make a comment. You gotta make an effort to leave something meaningful. And this becomes more and more difficult as you grow your influence, and it becomes more and more difficult as you expand across multiple platforms. But let's face it, if you're not engaging with people, it's like when you leave someone a voicemail and they don't call you back, right? That's exactly what it's like. If you're running a business, someone leaves you a voicemail, you have an obligation, if you want a successful business, to call them back. There's different ways you can do this. You can do it yourself, or you can hire a firm to respond back. Maybe you hire a virtual assistant to help, but you need to be responding to comments. It makes people feel special, right? And it's difficult to scale this, but it's very, very important. As a pro tip here, I'm gonna give this to you. If you smash the like button, I'm gonna give you a pro tip. Okay, thanks for liking. Thanks for smashing that like button. So another way that you can really boost your engagement is answering comments with a question, okay? Because what this is gonna do is A, it makes them feel psychologically that you're interested in what they have to say, but it's also gonna help the algorithm, because if they respond to your question with another answer, which leads to another question, which leads to a dialogue, the social media platforms can be like, this is bananas, this content is great. We're actually keeping people on the platform longer because now they're engaging with the creator. So this is a really, really solid way to increase the engagement on your post. Answer and respond to comments with questions. Number 6 on my list of the 7 deadly sins of social media is giving people the content that you want or that you think they want. This is a huge mistake, and quite frankly, as you're engaging, as you're listening to your audience, you're gonna get better and better and better at this, okay? But what's really, really important for you to understand as a business owner, as a creator, is that when it comes to social media, you're building your tribe, you don't have fake followers, you're providing value. What is the actual value that your audience wants? You have to kind of identify, where is my person at now? My key demographic, they're at point A now. How can I get them to point B? Okay, how do I get them from point A to point B? And this takes time, it takes refinement, it takes clarity in your messaging. But as you listen and you engage and you hear the questions that people are asking, find ways to answer those questions. Quite frankly, that's one of the reasons I started on YouTube. I kept getting the same questions over and over and over again. And thank you so much for asking me the questions. I absolutely love you. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. It really means a lot. But what I found is that maybe instead of answering these questions over and over and over again, I'll record videos for YouTube so that when somebody asks me that question, I'll just say, hey, I have an entire video on how to launch your podcast, which, by the way, you can catch that entire video right here on how to launch a top-rated podcast. But again, if you start focusing on your consumer, on the viewer, on what they actually want, what they actually need, your channel is going to take off and your social media presence is just going to grow and grow and grow, and you're going to continue to build a great fan base of devoted fans. And number 7 on my list of the 7 deadly sins of social media is not giving your followers enough view. Listen, on social media is just that, it's social. And there are over 7 billion humans on planet Earth. What makes you unique? What about your personality? Do you love skiing in the winter? Do you love cooking empanadas? Are you out of prison and trying to find a way to grow your following? Whatever it is, focus on what makes you unique. Your personality, your background, your experiences, and really leverage those. I find that a lot of social media channels and a lot of people on social media are just way too rigid. They're saying, like a realtor saying, and this is the house, I just sold it for $1 million, it's pretty cool, I'm excited about it. But insert your personality. How did you sell it? What was interesting? What did you do specifically to help you sell the house, okay? So just, again, continue to insert more and more and more personality into what you do. And I'm telling you, this is where the magic comes in. You know what? I'm gonna give you a great example of inserting personality. I recently had Jasmine Star on the podcast, the After Hours Entrepreneur, and she's phenomenal. She's just excellent. She has millions of followers. And you will be very impressed with how much personality she puts into the episode. Because I hear people say, well, Mark, what do you mean by inserting more personality? Watch this video with Jasmine Star and you will know exactly what I mean. It is absolutely incredible how much Jasmine she puts into everything she does. And it really inspired me to grow the way that I execute on social media. More stories, more pictures, more photos, right? Again, keeping it relevant to what's gonna help your viewer go from point A to point B, keeping it relevant. Your dog is not relevant to someone in San Francisco, you know what I mean? But if you can keep it relevant while inserting your personality into what you do, that is when your social media is gonna take off. Hey, thanks for watching today. I've got some more tips for you right here so that you can continue to grow your social media presence, so that you can leverage social media to build your business. And let's face it, we're gonna help you create better content in less time so you can focus on what you love. Smash the link. I'll catch you here next time on Mark Savant Media. Peace.